Rocky Blier spent only 4 months in Vietnam in 1969, but that place and that experience is always with him.
I will forever tied to that period of time in my life and in that service. So it becomes, it becomes special, but in retrospect, it's a part of who I am today, as the NFL is a part.
In January 1975, 3 months before the fall of Saigon, when the last American troops were forced from Vietnam, Rocky Blier was in New Orleans, starting for the Pittsburgh Steelers in Super Bowl IX. But Blier's journey to that game was unique.
Rocky Blier blasts over.
In the spring of 1968, Blier, Notre Dame's captain and undersized running back, was drafted in the 16th round by Pittsburgh. That summer in training camp, the Steelers told Blier he was about to be drafted again, this time by the U.S. Army.
And they go, "Don't worry. We think you're good enough to make this team, and we will take care of this for you."
The Steelers suggested to Blier they could get him assigned to a National Guard or reserve unit that would keep him far from Southeast Asia. The NFL was adept at keeping its players out of harm's way. Only a handful of active players would serve in Vietnam. But ultimately, the Steelers could not protect their rookie running back.
All of us who served, all of us who went to Vietnam, we're all in the same position, meaning, I don't want to go.
But Blier did go. By December 1968, before the Steelers' season had even ended, he was in the Army. By August 1969, Private Rocky Blier was serving with the 196th Light Infantry Brigade near Da Nang, just south of the border between North and South Vietnam. On August 20th, he and the rest of his platoon found themselves face to face with the enemy.
When, boom, felt this thud in my left leg. Oh, man, did it hurt.
Blier had been shot in the left thigh, a flesh wound, but his ordeal was just beginning. 4 hours later, with his unit now nearly surrounded and heavily outnumbered, Blier was again under fire when he saw a grenade flying through the air.
It hits my commanding officer right on the back. And I see that. He scrambles up to crouch away, and it bounces off and it rolls to where now I am lying. And so I get up and jump to get out of the way, and as I do, it rolls right underneath me, and I'm standing on top of it, and it blows up. Boom, through my right foot and my right knee, and into my groin.
After a harrowing retreat, Blier was flown by helicopter to an Army hospital and eventually treated in Japan. By October '69, his war over, he was being introduced at a Pittsburgh game as a former Steeler. But Blier resolved to return to the league.
That's what I wanted to do, and people would ask me, I wanted to come back and play.
Blier spent years rehabbing from his wounds, working himself back into shape, until finally in 1974, at the age of 28, 6 years after he was drafted by the Steelers, 5 years after he was wounded in Vietnam, Rocky Blier became the Steelers' starting halfback.
The important thing at that moment, at least from my point of view, was that, one, I got recognized for my diligence and my hard work and my ability to fit into a team.
By January 1975, Blier was playing in that Super Bowl in New Orleans. By the time he retired in 1980, he'd be a part of 4 Super Bowl winning teams, and a potent symbol of strength and resilience to his fellow Vietnam veterans.
Here is a story of an average guy overcoming obstacles. The same spirit that we all have of what we face in our lives. Things that we can do if we persevere, set our minds to, using the God-given talent that we have to be able to go to that next step.